Transcript for CDC declares nationwide flu epidemic. We don't want to turn to the flu with I is now considered an epidemic. Every state except Hawaii is reporting widespread illness, and the new numbers from the CDC are out this morning. Those numbers include 7 pediatric deaths reported this week, and that brings the total to 20, and the hospitalization rate for children under 5 doubling. Our Chief Medical Associate, Jen Ashton, is here with us this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jen. So we're at peak season. What else are we learning about this report? The CDC put out their weekly report yesterday, as they always do on Fridays, and in the last week they've reported that we are now at epidemic level. That we expected because the numbers are going up. This is the worst flu season since 2014, 2015, and the CDC has said this is really the first time that, on some measure, some parameters, the whole country is really seeing similar levels of activity. The good news is that we may be at a close to peak. We'll know that probably in a couple of weeks, but, again, we've heard some tragic deaths reported this week. Most occurring in people in the vulnerable age group over 65, but to make no mistake, be very clear, this flu is taking the S of young, previously healthy people, as it always does, and it's tragic. No joke, but a lot of misinformation about the vaccine. People may hear the vaccine is not super effective and say I don't need to get it. What do you say? It's part of what I call the flu having a PR problem, because people either think the flu is just a bad cold, or they hear correctly that the vaccine is not that effective, so why should they bother? Both of those things are untrue. We do have some data that suggests that if someone gets the flu, gets the vaccine earlier, and later gets influenza, they will have lessened severity, reduced risk of pneumonia, other complications and deaths, especially in the pediatric age group. So I want to be very clear, if you have not been vaccinated, there is still vaccine. It is important to get vaccinated. Even a vaccine effectiveness of 30% is better than 0%. That theory, when you get the flu or are getting cultures of the flu and there is no virus in the vaccine, so that is impossible. Dr. Jen, thank you. Appreciate it. We turn to the devastating. This transcript has been automatically generated and may not be 100% accurate.